Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warframe video. So I have finally got all the new Warframe weapons and the weapon augments from the new Shrine Defense mission, and I wanted to share to you some setups that will make even the Steel Path version of the mission easy. First of all, if you are just farming for Fate Pearls, then it would be best to do the normal variant, as the additional pearls you get from Steel Path levels are not that much. And it would take some time to do Steel Path Shrine Defense because of how bullet sponge the infested Oni in this version of the mission. In fact, you can do 2 Shrine Defenses in normal, but if you really like the Steel Path version, as it also rewards Steel Essence since Acolytes do spawn in this new mission, then let me give you some tips that you can use to make it easy. The whole Shrine Defense is pretty easy to do, and all you need to do is stop the infested from going into the offerings so they won't hinder the preparation process. Once the preparation timer is done, simply get the offerings and go to Koumei's Shrine. Just rinse and repeat the whole process until you have given 5 offerings. The next step will be killing hundreds on infested units to spawn the final boss, which is the infested Oni. This boss is tough in Steel Path levels, and it would be wise to bring weapons that are modded with either blast and gas elements. Now, Mirage is really great in this mission as she can clear those horde of infested units rushing to the offerings easily. I was having a blast with this Prism Guard build for Mirage, and it does help a lot in Steel Path Shrine Defense as it shortens time in killing those infested units. Other Warframes can also clear infested units easily, such as Gyre modded with long range and with her cathode current augment, but I still prefer Mirage because, aside from clearing trash mobs, she can actually be good also with her Eclipse ability in dealing decent damage against the final infested boss in this Shrine Defense mission. Another thing to note is that the infested boss isn't affected by most Warframe abilities, but with a few exemptions. You can't strip the armor of the boss, not even with the trusty operator ability on the Unable Focus, or even slow down the movement of the boss using the Zinuric's temporal drag ability. However, there are a few Warframes that can bypass this rule, and one of them is the pregnant Warframe Jade that can strip the armor of the infested boss with her Ophthalmize. This was the build I'm using doing the Shrine Defense with this Warframe, but I strongly advise that you'll be careful though and tweak the build to your liking, as the survivability of this build is dependent on the one using the Warframe. Also, take note that Ophthalmize doesn't slow down the infested boss, but it only strips the armor. Another Warframe that can strip the infested Oni's armor is Banshee with her Sonic Fracture augment for her first ability. This is better compared to Ophthalmize, as one cast of Banshee's ability will strip all the armor of the boss, and you can deal good damage to the infested unit with gas modded weapons. Based on experience, only the armor stripping can be inflicted on the boss, and the damage multiplier from Banshee's sonar doesn't apply to the infested unit. In terms of weapon choices, the best guns I have used are the Incarnate weapons, namely Incarnate Torrid and the Latum. I haven't used the Finmore, but I think it will also deal decent damage to the infested boss, as it also got the Devouring Attrition evolution that grants 2000% increased damage to the gun. The only problem though is that it's really hard to get headshot kills to evolve the Incarnate form of Latum during this mission. The infested are moving so fast, and when you are with someone like Mirage on the team, it would take a lot of precision to evolve your Latum. During the infested boss fight though, you can aim for its head to get Incarnate charges, but the infested boss also moves a lot, and that is why I just prefer using Incarnate Torrid, as it's much easier to get Incarnate charges. With Mirage, you can give the gun bonus damage to shred the boss health, and honestly, I would not do Shrine mission solo right now, as it's way faster to do it in public queues or with friends. The main goal here is to farm all the stuff from Koumei's Shrine and not brag that we can do the new mission at the fastest time while running it solo. Finally, I would also like to add Kullervo with Wrath of Yuko in this build, paired with the Incarnate Hate. The Warframe does deal decent melee damage against the infested boss with this build, and it's really great to see those red crit numbers shredding the health of the infested boss and helping your team kill it as fast as possible. Valkyrie can possibly do this also with her red crit Exalted Claw setup, and the Warframe does invulnerability, which helps you just face tank the infested boss. However, I still prefer Kullervo though, as he is easier to stack red crits because of his Wrathful Advance skill, and you can just rely on his overguard mechanic. Anyway, we are not doing this mission alone, as we are farming stuff, so survivability is really not an issue here. The rest of the video showcased you a full run while using Mirage on the Steel Path Shrine Defense. I wasn't going to add this clip in the video, but I just want you to listen on how good the background music of the new mission also. Sometimes Digital Extremes forget that they are game developers and they release banger music like they are professional artists. It's really good, and it adds excitement to the new Shrine Defense mission. So that's all about it. May you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video.
Now this is the cetus of my dreams.
You have done well, sir. confess it, Sura. We cannot prepare offerings like this. Infested demon marks the edge of fate. Destroy it. Peace is within reach.
All this talk of dreams. What dreams? I am your very real nightmare!
Silence, bloated oaf. I have seen worse after eating too much Bobby cheese. Fate still holds the noose around our necks. You must not falter now. Look at the sea, Kanu. Kanu. The heart of this festering fate dream. And infested only. It cannot live.
The Oni! A glorious tower of flesh, beside which your Unum is a mere outhouse!
We must invite Koumei to awaken our mind sight, so she will change our fate. Deliver the offerings! Destiny defies us. We must invoke Koumei's power. Bring more offerings to the shrine. Swiftly now, present the offering to the shrine, so this dark fate may be averted. Opportunity reveals itself. Seize it, Sura! Destroy the demon, Oni!
It can't end like this! Wake up, Oni! What's wrong with you?
The fate dream is dispelled. The die has been cast afresh. Shola.
They fought well. Good deaths all.